Rosie O'Donnell finally reveals what McKenzie Scott confided about Jeff Bezos in private. He is not a nice man, by any metric, sold his soul. Rosie O'Donnell posted those words for the entire world to see after Jeff Bezos' $50 million Venice wedding. But she was not guessing. She was repeating what Mackenzie Scott had told her behind closed doors. But this is not a story about Rosie's opinion. This is a story about what the richest man in the world lost when he stopped noticing the woman who believed in him first. To understand why those words matter, you have to understand who said them. This is not some random celebrity throwing shade for attention. This is a woman who lost both her parents to cancer before she turned 20. She raised herself, built her career from nothing, and when she finally made money, she did something remarkable with it. She gave it away. In 1996, she put $3 million of her own book advance into starting the For All Kids Foundation. That foundation has since awarded over $22 million to nonprofits helping children. In 2006, she donated $50 million to charity and to rehabilitate veterans who lost limbs in Iraq and Afghanistan. This is a woman who understands what money is supposed to be for. Not $50 million weddings while employees get laid off, not 27 designer outfits for a 3-day party, not buying your way onto the Met Gala red carpet. Rosie O'Donnell believes money should help people, and she recognized in Mackenzie Scott someone who believed the exact same thing. The philanthropic world is smaller than people realize. When you give away billions without asking for recognition, other people who give notice. They talk, they share strategies, they compare notes on which organizations actually use donations well. And somewhere in those conversations, Mackenzie Scott and Rosie O'Donnell developed an understanding. Mackenzie does not give interviews, does not trash her ex-husband on social media, and does not write tell-all books. Her silence has been complete since January 2019. But silence does not mean she has not spoken to anyone. In the rooms where philanthropists gather, Mackenzie has been quietly processing everything that happened. Rosie was one of the people who listened. Think about what Mackenzie has been doing since her divorce. In 2025 alone, she gave away $7.2 billion. Since 2019, she has donated over $17 billion to more than 2,000 organizations. She gave $80 million to Howard University, $70 million each to the United Negro College Fund and the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, $60 million to CamFed, supporting girls' education in Africa. And she did all of it without fanfare, without red carpets, without professional social media managers documenting every donation. Mackenzie Scott does not need the world to see her giving. She just gives. Now compare that to what Jeff Bezos was doing at the exact same time. In June 2023, Jeff threw a 3-day wedding spectacle in Venice that Italian officials estimated cost over $50 million. 200 guests. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, Lauren wore 27 designer outfits, each one documented for Instagram. Professional photographers captured every moment for social media. One man spending $50 million to be seen. One woman giving away billions to help people who will never know her name. Rosie O'Donnell watched this unfold, and she could not stay silent. Her poem was 440 words of pure truth. She wrote that it turned her stomach seeing all these billionaires gathering in the gross excess of it all. She called Lauren a fake feminist wife. She posted before and after photos highlighting Lauren's transformation, and then she asked the question that made everyone stop scrolling. Why would he choose her after the salt of the earth Mackenzie? Salt of the earth, genuine, humble, real, someone who does not need to perform for cameras. Someone whose worth comes from who she is, not what she looks like. Rosie was not just praising Mackenzie, she was exposing the hollowness of what Jeff chose instead. But here's what you need to understand about why Rosie's words cut so deep. She was not speaking as a celebrity, she was speaking as someone who had heard Mackenzie's side of the story. Not the tabloid version, not the speculation, the real version. The one Mackenzie shares only with people she trusts. And what Mackenzie told her behind closed doors is about to change how you see this entire divorce. Because in the philanthropic world, people protect each other. When a woman has been publicly humiliated by her husband's affair, when her 25-year marriage has exploded across every tabloid in the world, when she is trying to rebuild her identity while billions of dollars and 4 children are involved, she needs people who understand. Rosie understands. She knows what it feels like to be discarded. She knows what it feels like to rebuild in public while everyone watches. She knows what it feels like to give someone your whole heart and watch them walk away for something shinier. And she recognized that same pain in Mackenzie, even though Mackenzie never once spoke about it publicly. The timing of Rosie's poem was not accidental. She waited until the Venice wedding was over. She waited until the photos had spread across every celebrity magazine. She waited until everyone had seen Jeff posing with his new wife in outfits that cost more than most people earn in a year. Then she spoke, and she said what Mackenzie never would. She called Jeff someone who is not a nice man. She said he treats his employees with disdain. She questioned why Oprah and other celebrities would align themselves with him. She called the wedding a display of gross excess that turned her stomach. But the words that cut deepest were the simplest ones. Sold his soul is what it looks like from here. Consider those words coming from Rosie O'Donnell, a woman who has given away tens of millions to charity. A woman who started a foundation for children when she could have kept every dollar. A woman who has spent decades fighting for causes she believes in. This was not celebrity gossip. This was a moral judgment from someone who understood exactly what Mackenzie had experienced. Here is what gets overlooked about the Bezos divorce. Mackenzie did not leave Jeff because of the affair with Sanchez. She left because the affair confirmed what she had been watching for years, the slow transformation of the man she married into someone she no longer recognized. In 1992, Mackenzie Tuttle was a Princeton graduate working at a hedge fund in New York. She heard Jeff Bezos laughing through the office walls and asked to be interviewed by him. She got the job. She asked him to lunch. Within 3 months, they were engaged. This was not a woman marrying for money. Jeff was not wealthy yet. Amazon did not exist. Mackenzie fell in love with a man with a dream, not a man with a billion-dollar empire. She drove their car cross-country while Jeff wrote the business plan for what would become the largest retailer in history. She became Amazon employee number 1. She packed books in their garage. She believed in him before anyone else did. For 25 years, she was his partner, his supporter, the mother of his 4 children. And somewhere along the way, she became invisible. The same woman who had packed books beside him in a garage, who had believed in him when no one else would, who had read every draft and celebrated every milestone. She was still there. She just stopped mattering. The affair was not the cause of the divorce, it was the confirmation. Jeff had stopped seeing Mackenzie as a partner and started seeing her as furniture. Something that had always been there, something he no longer noticed. Mackenzie knew this before the tabloids confirmed it. She knew it before his team denied it. She probably knew it before Jeff admitted it to himself. And when she left, she did not scream. She did not fight dirty. She simply took her settlement, changed her name to Scott, and started giving it all away. Rosie O'Donnell was defending exactly this when she spoke up. Because Rosie understood something the headlines never captured. Mackenzie's philanthropy was her testimony. Every dollar she gave was her way of saying she knew what it meant to be overlooked, undervalued, and taken for granted. Every dollar she gave to women's shelters came from that knowledge. Every grant to organizations serving marginalized communities came from that understanding. Mackenzie was not just helping strangers, she was telling her own story through her giving, and Rosie was the one willing to translate it for the rest of us. The response to Rosie's poem was immediate. Charles Therian joked that she might be the only person who did not get invited to the Bezos wedding, adding that that was okay because they suck and we are cool. The internet exploded with commentary. People who had been thinking the same thing finally felt permission to say it out loud. But here's the truth that matters. McKenzie Scott has never said a single word against Jeff Bezos. Her silence has been complete, and yet her message has been louder than any tell-all interview could ever be. She gives money anonymously. He rented out Venice. She funded organizations and communities most billionaires have never heard of. Quiet money versus loud money. Substance versus spectacle. A woman who gave everything versus a man who threw it all away. Today, McKenzie Scott is no longer known primarily as Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. She is recognized as one of the most influential philanthropists in the world. She has given away more than $17 billion to causes that matter. She has done it quietly, without fanfare, without demanding naming rights or public recognition. Real power is changing lives without needing anyone to know you did it. Rosie O'Donnell saw that, and she called it out. She was speaking for every woman who has been discarded, who gave decades to someone who forgot to notice, who watched her partner trade her in for someone younger and flashier. Mackenzie will never say a word against Jeff. Her silence says everything. Rosie said it for her, and $17 billion in philanthropy says the rest. Jeff Bezos traded a woman who helped build his empire for someone who wanted to spend its profits. He exchanged a partner who proved money did not matter to her for someone whose behavior suggests the opposite. He gave up salt of the earth for a $50 million spectacle. And now, every time he appears at another gala, every time Lauren posts another photo of their lavish lifestyle, Rosie's words are there as a reminder. He is not a nice man, by any metric. Sold his soul is what it looks like from here. Mackenzie knew it. Rosie confirmed it. And $17 billion worth of philanthropy proves it. Was Rosie right to speak up on Mackenzie's behalf? And what does Mackenzie's silence tell you about the kind of woman she really is? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this story resonated with you, make sure you subscribe. We have another story coming about a billionaire wife who chose silence until she did not, and you will not want to miss what she finally said.